So this morning started with thunder, booms, more rain, and the sovereign power of God over creation. Let's say it that way. I had some questions that I was trying to wrap my tiny little man brain around, and I wanted to know very simply, and I was asking God, where did your chosen people come from? We often talk about the tribes of Abraham, and we know from 1 Kings 11 how that got divided, but I didn't know. I didn't know where the Philistines came from. I didn't know where the Gentiles came from. I didn't know many things. So I come over here and I come to Genesis 10, and I'm just reading, and Holy Spirit's just kind of filling me in. And I didn't know until today that in America we would list the firstborn first when we talk about the sons. And as I'm reading, you got, and the children were born also to Shem, the father of all the children of Eber, the brother of Jephthah the elder. What? It just says Shem, his older brother was Jephthah. So, in the way that this is, so to speak, written, I've often thought Shem was the oldest, Ham was the middle, and Jephthah was the youngest. And that's not true. It just isn't true. Jephthah, it says right here, was the oldest. Why does that matter? Um, I don't know. I don't know yet. Sometimes I just don't know. But I find it funny that it starts out with Shem, Ham, and Jephthah. Then it goes right into Jephthah, and it talks about the descendants of Jephthah were coastland people of the Gentiles and were separated into lands according to this language. So I thought that was kind of interesting. And then I was like, okay, so that's, you how that happened. Is there more? Is there more? So I'm starting to read, and then we get to the second son, Ham. I'm really horrible at reading the Bible and holding the camera. The sons of Ham were Cush, Mizraim, Put, and Canaan. I just learned that the eldest is last in the list. Lord, did Noah curse his grandson? No way. There's no way. Now the sons of Noah who went out of the ark were Shem, Ham, and Jephthah. We know that this is the oldest. Ham was the father of Canaan. Are you telling me that there was a baby born on the ark or shortly after, and Ham is the father of it, and the baby's name is not Canaan, or the baby's name is Canaan, not a land? I get that so confused. I get the people confused with the names of the land. And holy crow. So, yeah, yeah. It's apparent to me at this point that Noah was so angry at Ham, the father of Canaan, that Noah cursed his grandson. Just wow. Wow. And then he blessed the other two. Uh, I find it very strange. Blessed be the Lord, the God of Shem, and may Canaan be his servant. Wow. And enlarged Jephthah. So this is his oldest son, and he may dwell in the tents of Shem. So there's an alliance there, obviously, and may Canaan be his servant. What? What? So I'm back to this, and now we got the Gentiles dwelling in the tents of Shem. And where am I even going with this, right? That's what everybody's thinking. The children born to Shem. The earth was divided, it says. That's very interesting. I saw that. And the dwelling place was from Mesha as you go towards the mountains of the east. So it's just very, very interesting that the original people, so to speak, I say original people, we came out of the ark and there was nothing left. So there it is. Ham did something pretty wrong, and there's a lot of speculation about what that was. It's highlighted there. I'm not getting into that drama. Let's just say it this way. There's some other ones on here. The sons of Ham, oldest is Canaan. And what? So starts talking in here a little bit about Nimrod. Nimrod, the mighty hunter in the kingdom of Babel and from the land of Shinar. Well, that's really interesting, isn't it? Canaan, the eldest, begot Sidon, the firstborn, and Heth, the Jezebite, the Amorite, Wait a minute. Are you telling me that almost all of the enemies of the kings listed in First Kings and Second Kings came from sons of Canaan, who was the son of Ham? How powerful was that curse there, Noah? We're kind of reaping some consequences of this stuff here. Cursed be Canaan. It's right there. It's a servant of servants. He shall be to his brethren. Whoa. We're still seeing after effects. It's all here between Genesis 9 and Genesis 10. Wow. And everybody talks about that right there. In the border of the Canaanites was from Sidon as you go towards Gerar as far as Gaza, and then you go towards Sodom, Gomorrah, Arah, and as far as Lasha. These were the sons of Ham. So it blew me away that the promised land that God gave, his people exiting Egypt, was the very land that Ham's son ended up in. It really blows me away. We see these names, we see these places, we see our maps, and they're completely different. I looked in the back of the Bible here for many minutes this morning. I don't even know what time it is. I got up at 5 something, and it's way past that. We have forgotten. We have forgotten. That's about how I have to say that. We see Philistines. I wasn't trying to cross that out. I was trying to underline it for a point. But you get the point. This is all still coming. All still coming from